Hey, do you want to know why we're not rich? It's because we're not smart. Today, we're going to talk about 6 steps that can change that. Hi, Rich here, and today we're going to talk about those 6 different steps to actually increasing your financial IQ. Boom, book, link in the description, click on it, I get a little money from that. Seriously. The only thing holding you back, or me back, from financial freedom and wealth is information. And there's this awesome solution to it. It's very simple, small magic trick. This cell phone, this computer that has access to the internet is like a godsend. People back in the day actually had to read books. Can you imagine? Books! There's no excuse for not having the information. There's hundreds of books out there about how to increase your knowledge. There are investors that literally, like, no money up front, invest into some real estate, and then in 10 years they're financially free and millionaires. It just takes information, and I know that sounds stupid, so let's just go ahead and get into our points. Step number 1 is just simply research. Research. You gotta research. How long do I need to do this, Ryan? Still? Research. You gotta do some research. Okay, I see what you're gonna do, Ryan. You're gonna basically make me dance, and you're just gonna put the whole thing in the video, aren't you? You know what? You can just go and die. So it's incredibly important that we educate ourselves about finances and about how the world operates. So where's a good place to start? Anything that has to do with finances is a great place to start because it teaches you everything that you need to know to begin your process to wealth. So that's step number 1, and step number 2 is understanding money correctly. There's a lot of misconceptions. The rich are crooks, or money is the root of all evil. As far as like the Bible stuff goes, it's the love of money that's the root of all evil. You're not getting into this because you just want to love money. You're getting into this for financial freedom, or to maybe have a nice house or drive a nice car that doesn't break down. Personally, for me, it's all 3 of those things. I'm tired of my vehicle being broke down. I have videos about that.
I keep trying to fix it all, but all you wanna do is tear it down to a pile of bones. Keep trying to fix it all, but all you wanna do is tear it down to a pile of bones.
Back to the old wrench. I'm tired of always driving old vehicles because that's all I can afford. I want to drive a nice vehicle. I don't need the nice newest Tesla or anything like that. I just want a nice truck that just doesn't break down. I want to be here home with my family. And unfortunately, the only way to do that is to be financially independent. So I'm not pursuing money, I don't think I am, because I love it. I'm pursuing money because that's the only way that I can get to that point that I can be at home with my family as my 3 boys grow up. My kids are screaming in the background. I told them to shut up. It sucks the fact that I spend almost more time with the people at work than I do with my own family. I don't want that. Step number 3 is we misunderstand the rich. We tend to look at rich people like they're all crooks, and some of them are. But there's poor people that are crooks too. If you ever find yourself figuring out how to I'll just kind of cheat on this or that, or my taxes, or maybe I'll just add an extra hour to my time card or something like that. If you ever find yourself doing anything like that, then you're just as big of a crook. Just the actual consequences is less money. So there's crooks in all sort of shapes, sizes, genres, color, races, religion, political. All people are bad. Some are good, some are bad. It doesn't matter. Number 4 is understanding that you don't have to be a slave to money. And it's not about the amount of money that makes you a slave to it. It's about the mindset. Some people think, I don't want to be a slave to money where I have to always work for it. If you're working from paycheck to paycheck, you are a slave to money. Just break it down in simple terms. Think about it. A rich guy goes and pours gas into his gas tank, and he gets to fill up. And he doesn't even think about what it costs. And we're all like, oh God, better not fill up all the way. Oh God, it's gonna be expensive. There goes the kids' college education. If you're always concerned about money, you're more enslaved to money than sometimes rich people are. And step number 5 is study the rich. Find time to read books, to listen to audiobooks or whatever it takes to actually study with this. There's an old proverb, walk with the wise and you'll be wise. That applies to walk with the rich and you'll be rich. Walk with the poor and you'll be poor. Walk with the... So what we don't need to do is give ourselves excuses like,
how in the world do I find time to do that?
Okay, well, I'm gonna ask you a real personal question. How much time do you spend watching Netflix? I find myself wanting to do it all the time when I should be listening to an audiobook or applying for a loan or doing something to help pursue my wealth. I'm like, what's new on Netflix? Oh, there's 7 new videos. Which one do I watch? Ask yourself, can you listen to audiobooks? Do you drive to work? How long do you drive? Even if it's 5 minutes, just chop it up in 5-minute chunks. So you just like slowly listen to this audiobook. When you get home, after you take care of your family or whatever it is you do, ask yourself, why can't I just listen to an audiobook instead of watching a new movie or playing a video game or, I don't know, playing Monopoly or Tiddlywinks, whatever your jam is. Ask yourself if you can change that. It simply comes down to we have to make the choice to educate ourselves, and reading these books. A couple of off-the-top recommendations, I would say start with Rich Dad Poor Dad, actually link in the description. And then maybe next go with Napoleon Hill's Think, Grow... Then start with Napoleon Hill. No. Then second, be Napoleon... Keep grabbing the wrong piece of paper, and that's why I keep messing up my lines. Then second, read Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich. Pretty phenomenal book. And step number 6, education is all we need for action. And I know that sounds crazy, but it's true. Education is all you need for action. And the more you begin to study, the more we begin to see that. I was in the same boat that you are right now. If you're sitting there going, no. I was in the same boat too, and as soon as I started studying it, it's like, wow, buying real estate with no money up front? How is that possible? So I started listening to a ton of books, and it started like clicking with me, and it's becoming less and less scary. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not about to go and jump into a $250,000 deal without some more research, and that's what I'm about to do, and I just hope that you don't do the same thing. Make sure you fully educate yourself before you just go jump into a thing that could potentially hurt you or your finances. But truly, education is all that we really need. And I hope that we can continue to talk about it. Please comment below and tell me where you're at in your financial journey. Have you read these books? Let me know. If you even have suggestions for other really awesome books, please let me know. And don't forget that pretty much the only thing holding us back from our dreams is us. Did you cut? I didn't hear you say it.
'Cause this is what I live for. I never quit, no. This is what I live for. I take it